Hi, everyone.
I've done this once or twice. It's fine.
I screwed up again. Give me a moment. Give me a
It's
moment.
fine. We're here. We are here with a growth mindset. We're gonna. It's okay.
Oh god, now I can't type my password.
We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons with no maps or character sheets.
All theater of the mind.
All right, so playing pretend. Got it.
Is this the right? Nope, this is bad decisions.
I mean, we make bad decisions, but hey.
Yep,
We'll get there one day.
It's not quite our name.
yet.
We become the worst decisions.
Unfortunate circumstances where we are right now.
We got a one-up group 2 every time, huh?
Why do I not? Okay. And now...
Feel more like bait.
Oh, okay, there we go. It's like, why can't chat see anything? Because it's all hidden in the darkness. Wonderful. Anyway, welcome everyone. Yeah, these things happen. We take 1 week off and everything goes to shit. Welcome everyone to another week with everybody. I'm glad everyone can make it. It's been a bit of time coming because now you guys are about to move into the next thing, to finally be where you have been trekking for all these 6 sessions. Yes, we're here. But first, let's recap a little bit because it has been 2 weeks and we might have forgotten some things. As a DM, I found a way to thoroughly creep out my players, slightly move things in the shadow at the edge of their vision, and no one likes that. So, putting that for later. Anyway, as you guys trekked forward through some of the forest, ended up finding the location to where your bracelets stopped working. It showed you that it was your final destination. No pun intended on the phraseology. It didn't really lead to a place that you thought it was going to lead to. There was a large concave hole in the ground filled with water. Not all the way, but a good amount. And forest and mountain all around. Not really ruins or whatever you were told. And so, man, that background music really is just blaring and pull the earbud halfway out. Oh, wonderful. That works way better.
And I can't hear it.
Perfect. I don't know why it's deciding to, absolutely go into my cranial cavity. Anyway, without anything obvious as nearby as to ruins or anything that would be of a place that the mysterious stranger had described that he had come from, you guys started to spread out and search for clues. And that came up with a mixed bag of results. Lorson did Triton things and immediately started poking in the water. The rogues went roguing and rogued in opposite directions. But I believe, who was with Kiss when Kiss got a face full of fuckery? Okay, so
Me.
Kiss went with Keys to rogue in that direction and possibly find some things, and you guys found a long decayed dead body, and unfortunately...
No. Pause. That was the 2 rogues, and I'm the one that got cursed.
Different dead body.
Haven't even
Okay.
Earlier
gotten
We're
to-
still outside.
You're still
Yeah.
outside.
Sorry.
Still outside. And that is
We
what...
didn't get cursed, we just got stabbed.
That's the one that Kiss was like, you know what, maybe the roguing thing's not for me. Put a pin in that for later. As you guys then made your way back, Quinn went off in a different direction and was able to find a cave for you guys to possibly bunker down for the night. And as you guys were talking and deciding, camp was eventually erected, and overnight, things were heard and understood to be around in the forests. Quinn had spotted some things before camp was set up and warned everyone, so everyone who was on watch was decently well on alert. And then in the morning, when you guys started to talk about what to do next and where to go, you started to see more and more things on the peripheries of your vision, skirting through the forests surrounding you. First 1, 2, 4, 6. And it was like, you know what? That cave is sounding like a great idea. If anything, get a kiss. If anything, to at least have your back up against something while having to fight things off. So, into the cave you went. While going into the cave, you were met with different little caverns and offshoots that you could traverse around, seemingly able to see through walls and see far different sections. Man, that night vision is a bitch. And finding these little gas pockets that were constantly aflame. While searching throughout the different caverns, you were able to find, where we're currently centered around, a little pool of water, brackish cave water with a well-hewn bench next to it and a large barrel that seems to be broken at the bottom with some sort of residue left behind. Going around the back through a tiny opening, the two rogues were able to find a little path in the cavern that ended up leading to a small mound of coins with a dead body in the mix of it. Partial success in retrieving all that loot, but eventually, after things went down, coin was pulled into bags, and the two rogues were able to make their way back out. Going further into the caverns, you guys were able to find, well, let me remove the pin from earlier. Kiss decided to take the lead, and as he did so, immediately got blasted by a few darts being shot at him. Did it put you all the way down or almost down?
It put me down. I was on the
All
ground.
the way on the ground.
It was a healing potion that brought you back.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Well, with the first casualty finally technically being claimed by this campaign.
Technically, it was Lucian getting shot by the guys outside.
Oh,
One hit took out all his HP.
I mean, that is a wizard for you. I wasn't going to bring it up. Quinn
I'm the
brought it
second victim.
up.
I do love that you've gone from someone with like 120 HP to 11.
I don't want to talk about it.
Everyone's got their vices, all right? But after getting past that next little trap, you guys wandered and searched around the immediate area, found an examination table, is what we call it, and a cauldron, some boxes, and a little writing desk. Lucian was able to pull some of the books from the writing desk and decipher what they said, giving credence to the fact that the brackish pool of water, known as the bath, was the pathway to a further underground chamber. And so at the end of last session, Lorson jumped in, was able to hold her human breath. So basically time it to make sure that whatever path she ended up going down, everyone could hold their breath long enough to go down it. And she was able to find a little channel that the water goes through. Didn't go all the way to the other side, just sort of saw that the water ended and started her way back and came back. So, Lorson, that is where we are returning. You are popping back up in the middle of the water. Definitely the feeling of like moss or algae kind of just all over. But, I mean, it's not too far off from stuff you've dealt with in the past. So, this is a weird smell.
It's like a little bit more stagnant. It's just,
Yeah. But your head thrusts out of the water. Everyone kind of breathes a sigh of relief.
Go.
And I think they can. I think they can make it to that area.
Yeah, it's only about a 40-second swim. So in D&D logic, not in real logic, but in D&D logic, everyone can at least do a minute.
I would die. This is fine.
I know plenty of people who would die, really.
D&D logic, Quinn can go like 5 minutes.
Human logic. I hit the bottom of this little tunnel and then I drown.
I think you guys should be fine. I just don't really normally swim with like my human lungs very often, so I don't think you should be fine. No.
You okay, Val?
Let's.
Red Vine went right down. That was weird.
Would it make it any easier if we tied a rope to the bench and then you took it down with you to the end of it so that we can pull ourselves along so we wouldn't be so slow?
Um,
The bench
I'm
is
assuming
sturdy,
like,
but Quinn would probably
something-
destroy that bench.
well, then I'd have to find something on that side, and I don't know. if I see anything
Well,
I
you would
can
be on
find
that
out there.
side,
Well,
and we can hold the
thank
bench
you
for
so
Quinn.
much for
That faith.
thinking I'm that strong. I really appreciate that. It does a lot for my mood. Thank you. But I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Like hold it and like let you know.
How much rope do we have?
Keys is standing right on the edge, prepared to jump in.
Because I actually
Yeah, we
don't have
can-
any rope.
We can try so at least like you guys don't like go one way or the other, I guess.
Did you want me to go first? I can probably hold the other side.
My only concern is that you can't see in the dark.
I mean I
I
we
can
can go
come
together.
with.
I mean I know where it is.
How narrow are we getting down there too? Like I'm a big boy.
It doesn't get that narrow.
I think last time we said that Quinn would just be able to fit.
Yeah, Quinn's not going to be doing the breaststroke, but with his powerful legs, he can propel himself through no problem.
Yeah, like I knew that it narrowed. I just didn't know if it narrowed even further deeper. Is where I was coming from.
Yeah, this is a benefit to you not
So
having
he's gonna
armor.
have to do the dragon paddle.
Yeah. He's going to mermaid swim his way.
I hear dragon power and I'm thinking it's just like wings. It's just
No, it's my tail does like a little propeller spin.
that's even better.
He has to go back there and like start it up.
Aren't
Bravo.
bronze dragons the one that are like
We're the coastal ones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're the ones that
so
can,
we
like,
actually
swim and
really
shit.
enjoy water. That's why I have a fin and stuff.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Quinn's
oh,
Go
you
ahead,
fin.
just
Quinn.
like moving your tail side to side like a crocodile?
His are probably
Yes,
more
so-
up and down.
I guess then we could go down and then you could hold the ropes and then they can just like have it as a guide.
It works for me.
I could
Lorson, when you went down there was no offshoots or different paths or anything like that. So as long as people just move forward.
Oh, okay. Then it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
Lead the way.
it was only a one-way.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's only a one way, then I don't think we need it. Unless you would like to be tied to a partner.
You
could
could always
see
hitch a ride. I don't know about me, but you could hitch a ride on one of them maybe.
Are you talking to me?
Well, if you're nervous about going down, you know.
No, I'm not. I'm fine. I'm just thought that it'd be easier to pull yourself along instead of having to worry about swimming. But if it just goes straight down, then that's fine.
Well, it doesn't go straight down. It just is one way. So it's a winding little path, but it can only go.
Again, my concern was for the ones that don't have dark vision.
They can just follow the person in front of them.
You
Yeah, I
can't
won't go
follow
too
something you
far.
can't see. That's the problem. That's what I'm. Either way.
I won't go too far. I'll make sure everybody's like We're little ducks in a row. And then
Mama
maybe the
duck.
person in the back. Yeah, fuck off.
Here we start again.
No. And then, the person in the back can also make sure everybody's like sticking together,
Yeah, Keys reluctantly backs away from the pool and goes, I'll go in the back and make sure no one gets left behind.
No one left behind. Okay. Kiss is down for anything, so he's just like he ties his little light to his belt, and is ready to jump in.
I guess Kiss goes
Go,
second
go,
because he's
go,
got the
go.
light anyways. So let's go.
I'm ready to go whenever.
Kiss is not going in the front anymore
You're in the middle now, buddy.
as the pseudo healer.
All right. So, like I said, everything goes one way. So, the portion that you do have some light for is it starts to narrow, and then it gets dark only when you make that first turn. And you can, like I said, it's not wide enough to where you can't feel the sides. So as long as you sort of like pull yourself along, you might bump into a wall every now and again as it takes a turn, but it's not as harrowing of a situation. But even with that, with Keys and Lorson sort of being the front and back ends of everything, making sure that anyone who can't see and does end up pausing or stopping gets redirected a little bit quicker along the path. But you guys, now you're gonna get a black screen right away. Start zooming out. It's gonna be the upper left. And give me just a moment. Start pulling tokens on the ping. You currently do not have a torch right now, Kiss.
It's the light cantrip.
Oh, gotcha. And
I can use the dancing light so it's easier to tell between the torture. I think it's the same distance, right? Oh no. No, it's different. Never mind.
okay. I see 5.
You're missing me.
Where'd you go?
Oh. I'm currently blind.
Did you drag in a new piece?
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Quinn. Let me quickly see if I can tint this just a little bit. Is that a little bit better? Lorson?
It looks more normal.
Okay. Just changing the color. So it's not that blue, so it doesn't wash out some items as much.
Yeah, it's
I
not
appreciate that one.
I don't have to deal with the night vision. I'm just blind when I don't have it.
All right. Okie dokie. So, as you guys make your way up and out of the pool of water here, large stones are all over this cavern opening that you guys are in. Actually, the ceiling has a little bit of a break in it, and some sunlight is pouring through. Around you are these purple and orange gems that seem to almost be a growth in here. Other than that, you
Okay.
see a corridor off in the distance with some torchlight.
Are the gems anything I'm familiar with?
Nope.
He's
We
gonna try
made
to
it
take one.
somewhere. There's torches down here, you guys. And we didn't do them.
Would have been hilarious if Lorson had gone in here first, lit some torches, and be like, "Oh my god, guys, look! Torches!"
Wow!
Just from what I can tell, all the growths in here,
How's that
crystal
better?
growth,
Is that
are
better?
pretty similar.
Whatever you did was way better.
Okay. Because the worst problem about it is that I get everyone's all overlapping. So it is like 4 times darker, thicker, brighter than whatever you guys see.
They make it murky.
Boom. There we go.
Can I go over one of these crystals and examine it a little bit?
Sure.
Because crystals do grow. Sorry about that. And I'd like to take a pitten out and my hammer and try to chip off a piece.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check. Take the bit and just up, and just shatters into thousands of pieces, becoming dust on the ground.
Keys is also trying to take one.
Okay, how are you trying to take it?
Well, first she's going to just try to take it out of the ground.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check.
What's going on? If Gustav doesn't, Lucian will go over to where the one crystal was destified and try and like scoop it up.
It is mixed in with the dirt and everything around here, so I mean, you can get some of it, but like you're now like if you start to scoop it and whatever, you're gonna get dust. You're gonna get some just because it's wet in here from the pool, so everything sort of sticks together. Keys, you kind of put a foot on either side of it, and just and you go. You pull it out of its little like cluster. You pull one crystal off, and as soon as you do, it just shatters into your hand, and you turn around and you look like Kiss, just glittered.
I
Hi.
didn't
Attacks
expect you to
attacks
do
have advantage
that.
on you for the next hour.
What if I jump in the water? Will it get it off?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Does that mean we can call you Sprinkles now?
So Keys just goes, whoop.
It looks like those edible colored crystal sprinkles.
That's what I'm imagining it looks like too.
When you get out, you're fine.
Is it rock candy? Should I lick it?
Everyone's got to try.
I wouldn't recommend it, but go for it.
Then we'll definitely lick the one closest to him if that's what he said.
Give me a licking check.
Which skill is that?
Come on, you should know this from being Barrack by now.
I don't
This is
remember
not
what
the
it was.
first
It's
thing
been
you've
like,
licked.
It's been like 2 years.
What stat is
It's a-
licking?
Literally said
it's a-
Beric before he said that.
It's a nature check.
Copper tone.
Quinn gets down up next to it, and just big old dragonborn tongue comes out and just smacks up against it and just licks. And like you can hear the as the crystal breaks off of it. Tastes kind of like
Danger.
rocks. Weird. But as it as you're done licking it and it falls forward, it just airbursts in front of you. Luckily
There's a
not on you, just in front of you.
Yeah, he's like, it's a bit dusty. Hints of, like, mildew.
Got it.
When I shattered it, did it just fall to the ground, or did it like poof into the air?
Onto the ground.
Right. Can I take out a piece of paper and
Mhm.
tear off a little bit of it? About, I don't know, like 5 inches by 5 inches,
Mhm.
and put it next to one of these crystals, and then ping it again. And then when it shatters and like turns into dust,
Sure.
just fold the dust up into the piece of paper and hand it to Lucian.
Yeah. You can do that. You now have some
Yeah.
purple dust.
Wilson's gonna look over to Keys and then look over back at Quinn and look back at Keys and goes, "Is this normal?"
Keys doesn't say anything, she just nods.
And she's just gonna like, okay.
He's like, I thought Kiss was just the weird one.
Keys just
My
like
dad's
gently,
gonna kill me when I get back home and tell him all this.
He's just gently pats her leg and goes, "Everyone explores the world in their own unique way."
But
He's just like right behind Lorson too, and it's just like, huh?
If it was actually dangerous, then it would be a problem, but it just exploded and was sparkly. I mean, nothing bad happened, so...
Yet.
Yet!
Shall we go down this weird tunnel now?
I feel like this...
You're not allowed to go first. We'll just... You go
Kiss
back.
is just standing like 15 feet away from the tunnel, just like peering down it. It's like, like checking if anything's gonna shoot him as soon as he turns the corner.
It is lit, so I could go first if you need me to.
I'm good either way.
And I just climb on Quinn's shoulder, and then we go in front.
Yeah, the cavern's not too tall when you get into these hallways, so you'll have to stay as tall as Quinn is. So a little
It'd be
crouching
too
from you.
difficult?
Yeah. But yeah, it's doable. It's where Keys does this just so that way she doesn't have to control her own token. Just be like, I'm following him. She only wants the rogue on her terms.
I sort of look down the hallway, make sure there's no obvious things that are going to shoot me.
Make a perception check.
I'm keeping an eye out for traps and stuff. There's been too many things we've triggered.
Looks all clear.
I roll a perception check.
Sure.
I'll continue to move while this perception check is happening.
Yep. All clear. Sorry, I was just letting chat have access to your token. All right. So,
Starting off strong.
Guys, I went down a hallway and we didn't get shot.
Yeah!
Boulder comes flying through.
We did get shot. Turns to the left, and there's just a barrage of needles stuck on the side of him.
Before I go down, Gustav, did you want to be in the back or did you want me to be in the back?
I'm fine in the back.
Okie doke.
all right. So,
We even see the very visible dead bodies on the ground with our dual.
yes, I was
matlocks.
getting to that. Just letting everyone have their moment to talk. In this room, you see a plethora of pillars that seem to be from the cavern that you came into, and also the hallway that you're at, and some of the hallway offshoots that you can see. It seems to be very natural up top. Some stalactites and uneven rock, but this room specifically seems to have a very worked roof, and because of that, all these pillars seem to be holding up different portions of this room itself. One of these worked large stones lies on the ground in the middle of the room, where it also seems that some of the pillars are missing. Other than that, you do see two dead bodies. That one is in a prone. This top one is in a prone position, looking up, and the other one seems to be over top of it and died on its knees. Both seem relatively either preserved or you would almost guess that they were here the day before and died. At least from this distance. They have a preservation to them. Their hair still seems fine. There's still shine to their armor that they're wearing. No weapons on them, but they are dead. No movement, no breathing, no rising of the chest or anything. Other than that, you see some destroyed boxes up in this top section. A few curious trees have sprouted and lived down here. And other broken pillars that make this area seem probably not the safest to just hang out in and possibly do too much in. Along this wall, you can't see it in the actual map, but along that wall, you see dozens, if not hundreds, of holes, all about the size of a quarter. And other than that, that's all you see.
Willing to bet that's how those poor bastards died.
How?
There's a bunch of holes in the wall. Maybe it's a trap.
I mean,
So
our
they died on the ground?
mysterious guy did say that they triggered traps and set stuff off, so I mean, it's very possible.
Did he say that he took the armor and stuff? Anything of value to his compatriots they took, didn't he?
They said there's definitely bodies that were left in here.
Those look rather fresh, though. I don't know. Now there'd be any of his friends.
What about the other wall? The wall that we're walking away from?
I don't see anything.
All right.
Gwen, as you start to move closer, further down this hallway, you can see... Ping, thank you. You can see what looks to be either fire, something red hot over there. You're not sure exactly what from this angle, but it is very bright and very hot. You can feel the heat emanating from that hallway.
Fancy. I was gonna inspect these boxes, was what I was gonna take a look at.
All right, give me an investigation check. The boxes are all moldy and broken. There's not a whole lot to them. There's some of the things that you start to pick up just melt away in your hand from just decay and rot. But nothing seemingly stands out.
I'm sorry, am I standing next to a broken pillar? Or is this like a gravestone-esque looking thing?
No, it's a broken pillar.
Okay.
I'm thinking about okay, so I was thinking about the dead bodies now that I remembered all seeing those guys. I think he said there's gonna be 3 or 4 outside from what I remembered, I think. And then 5 or something inside. But are we inside right now, or are we outside of the inside? So you don't know if this is one of the like smaller number or the bigger number, but I'm pretty sure the outside was the smaller number.
Okay. So far we have 2 out of 8.
Didn't you say there was one outside though that you saw?
3 out of 8.
Pretty sure it was like maybe 9.
And technically, the gold coins.
I don't know
Yeah, I
if
was
that
gonna
can
say.
count.
Gosh, no, that's probably the outside, right? Because we had to go through here and then we're in here. So we had to go through the tunnel and now we're in the dungeon. So this is probably the inside.
Case is just watching the gears turn in Lorson's brain, and he's just all like, "My head hurts."
It sounds like a water
And
mill.
Larson's
more.
like, I never thought I would like this so much.
Lorson's a dungeoneer, got it.
Since discovered, like, oh, I like this sort of thing.
She's like, I'm leveling up in Rogue.
Is this a pile of debris in front of me?
Yeah. Just
Can I go through it
broken.
and see if I can find anything?
Sure, investigation check.
Fair warning to y'all, that hallway down there feels incredibly hot, and something's glowing. Just so you're all aware.
The same descriptors that Quinn got: broken, moldy pieces of crate. That yours is a much smaller pile. Anything that you do, like, sort of pick up is just, it's got a slush to it as you pick it up, and it just comes apart in pieces. Whatever it was, it's unrecognizable and just not whatever it was anymore.
How tall are these pieces of broken pillar?
Some of the smaller pieces, like this, are about a foot tall. These ones are about 2 to 3 feet long or tall, and then this one is close to 10 feet long and 3 feet tall.
What about the more perfectly square ones that are?
Which, you mean the ones that are still pillars?
Yeah, these. This one.
Yeah, that's still a pillar. Still acting
that's
like
still
a pillar. Yep.
Okay. It's acting like.
Can I try to grab one of these torches?
Mimic pillars.
Oh god!
We're attacked at all angles. We all die.
New type of ropers. You go up to reach up and grab to grab it, and it just, your hand goes through it. It's some sort of illusion. The music got a little too happy.
We
I
find a
like
little dancing
There we go.
gnome in the cave.
We're really excited to be here. And no, I'm not dancing.
We find a
Oh, a
different
happy
dancing gnome.
dancing gnome. Different gnome. Keys is gonna climb down and carefully creep over to the bodies, making sure that there's not anything she's stepping on.
Okay.
This is keeping a Quinn in between him and that other wall with holes.
Watch me deck save, and you just go down.
And he's too big for you to see it, so you just don't deck save at all. You're just like, wait, why did Queen duck? Oh.
Try to like duck behind the body. Can I see how these people died?
Give me a medicine check.
I need gloves of missile snaring.
With a straighter shot down that hallway, am I able to tell what that
It looks like
giant
magma.
orange thing is? All right.
You get down to the bodies and you look around and you realize that they are not perfectly preserved. Their hair is, their armor is, but looking at their bodies now, their skin is pulled tight against their bones. It seems that all blood, fat, muscle, everything has been sucked dry from these things, and you can see dozens of pockmark holes, about the same size as the holes against the wall. In the skin, not in the armor, but in the skin of these people.
Ooh, people jerky.
Ew. Well, Keys is going to take note of that.
Be careful. I was right. the holes on the thingy. It's definitely how these guys died.
Are the holes along the entire thing?
And go all the way up to the ceiling.
Fun.
Larson would like to go down this way, but I want to be careful as I go. So I would like to perception check or something.
Oh, you want to look ahead to see if you see anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Being-
channeling my inner rogue.
Being careful as you go means a very different thing to me.
Sorry, no, I am I am watching and trying to. Is there anything that seems weird besides us being in a dungeon?
Give me a perception check.
While while Lorison is moving, is this a knocked over potted plant next to me?
No, that's just a little plant that's next to one of these things. No potted plant, sorry. Looks clear, Lorson. Nothing weird besides a ruined temple, something or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, us in a dungeon. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. That's the type of rogue Lorson is.
Yep.
Okay. So are we all coalescing behind the leader Lorson, Mama Duck?
No, I am exploring on my own. I didn't tell anybody I was going this way.
Oh, no, I just saw everyone started moving in that direction.
I don't know why. They all went that way. And
That's Mama Duck syndrome. Mama Duck starts going and the baby ducks just follow.
I was waiting to go down. I just didn't want to do it first.
I was gonna check out this giant rock.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of the stone inlays that was the ceiling.
Does it have like any writing on it or anything? Like it was a tablet?
Nope.
All right.
There's also missing pillars down like this entire middle lane. Like you see, some of the broken ones are here. There was probably one underneath it, but this thing falling just absolutely destroyed it. And you could see where it fit up in the ceiling, and you could see the natural stonework underneath.
Okay.
Can you
check out these? May I check out these trees? Kind of weird that they're growing in a
check
cave.
out these trees? Yeah, yo trees, how's it going? How you doing?
One thing that's alive.
How you doing?
Gonna attack us, and it's our healer again.
Yep, take out the healer. That's it. Name of the campaign.
That's why I'm.
It's like the healer's trying to take himself out.
I'm staying back here. I'm not approaching the trees. I'm just all like.
Those look like trees.
He's like, he kind of tosses a stone at them. It's like, are you real? What the hell?
Someone should check them out. That is not me.
So you toss the stone. Go ahead and give me a dex check.
I really hope it bounces off and hits him back in the forehead.
For 3 points of damage. No, I'm kidding. It's on his face and he's like, what? You throw the rock and it hits it. Then the tree turns around. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Then Kiss somehow becomes an acrobat and does like triple.
The highest pitched scream you've ever heard. Goes back into the water, goes
And
back up
that's
again.
why I call him Pipsqueak.
You thought Kiss was a boy, but
No, he thought he was a man. He is a boy.
It's just a soprano.
But yeah,
It's
the rock impacting sounds like a solid tree.
these trees are real. Kind of weird that they're growing underground, though. But I'm not going anywhere near them.
Do I have enough tree expertise to know what kind of trees these are?
Oh, we have the tree expert.
Tell me how you want to investigate this
Laura.
tree.
There's like a leaf in front of me. Is it like a giant banana leaf, kind of like a palm, almost?
The leaves are actually like almost up against the ceiling. The tree stem? No. The main part, yeah, trunk. There you go. Fucking I've done a lot of dictionarying tonight. And the trunk itself is about 1.5 feet wide. If you want, I mean, you're tall enough, you can reach up and grab one of the leaves. It's not quite banana leaf esque. Obviously, I've got to go with the pictures of what I got here, but where each of those lines cut out from the main stem of the leaf, it's actually actual cuts. So it's not a solid leaf.
So it's like a fern leaf more.
Yeah, yeah, a
Gotcha.
little bit more.
Quinn, lick it.
He'll take a piece of the leaf and see if it is sturdy and healthy kind of thing.
Yeah, you rip it off, still green on the inside. Excretes this clear liquid. So, it's still alive.
I will taste it.
Okay. As Kiss, it's like, lick it. Quinn's like, all right. Go ahead and give me that nature check.
Salad. Yummy, yummy.
He's isn't on his shoulder to influence this decision, so letting it happen.
Bitter. A little bit more bitter than you were expecting. The whatever liquid is coming out of it is maybe slightly acidic, but nothing to like hurt. If anything, makes it taste good to you.
It's just like,
Ooh, get some spice.
Yeah.
Whereas,
It's
like,
kind of tingly.
if Kiss did it, he'd be like, ghost pepper.
So, I guess I couldn't with a nature check, but if I were to think of something with this, like, could I do a medicine check to see if that acidity is more like if
Give me
it's
a
a
survival
medicinal
check.
situation?
Once Lorson notices Keys is right next to her, she's gonna like look down and be like, "He's gonna die one of these days doing that."
It might be great to take a good section of this, chop it up real fine, and sprinkle it over some like tacos.
I'll try to take the frond then.
I'm taking you for later.
Keys looks at Lorson and it just goes,
You underestimate what a dragonborn can eat.
You underestimate what people can come up with, I think.
Just give me a strength check.
It's just like, now try the bark. Try to bite the tree.
Yeah, you snap it off, no problem.
Yes, if you want to lick the tree so bad, then you do it. Don't force Quinn to do your dirty work. That's mean.
Horse.
Barrack round 2.
Kiss is all like, we're just experimenting with this tree.
Weir is a very loose term.
He'll just sort of like roll up the frond and like put it into his backpack.
All right.
He's gonna have like taco. He's gonna have like this in a taco form later, throwing in random.
Turns out that leaf is horribly poisonous, and the only reason it didn't kill him is because
he's
he's a
dragonborn.
dragonborn.
He's like, don't worry, guys. I got dinner tonight. Everyone dies.
You all feel suddenly like you're losing vitality, slowly,
With
as one
each
of you
bite.
runs off to the bathroom.
It was quite zesty of a leaf. I couldn't tell you what kind of tree it was, though.
Okay, translation. Horribly spicy.
From a non-foodie perspective, is there anything unique about this tree?
Just the sheer fact that it's underground. It's not that it doesn't have direct access to sunlight, because sunlight is pouring in from the other room there. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that some reflections could have been done in here to help these things grow, or these things have a different feeding source. Obviously, there's plenty of water for it to that's both in the ground, in the air, and everything to help things grow. But it just might be something that doesn't quite use photosynthesis to grow.
Is this room relatively hot because of the magma in the other hall?
If you get close to that hallway, hell yeah.
Okay, but it's not like this room itself is like radiating heat from there.
No. No,
Okay.
it's very controlled. This would be a good thing to put down in your botany book.
And we'll do so.
Is the trunk more like a or a palm tree, or more like
Yeah, it's more
a
palm tree-esque.
evergreen? Okay.
I'm thinking like fern.
Well, it looks like there's 2 ways to go, guys. I wouldn't recommend that one over there, pointing past the bodies. There's like a pool of lava.
Don't really feel
Alright.
comfortable heading towards the wall of holes.
That's a type of phobia, isn't it? Oh, what the fuck is it called? Tryptophobia. Oh,
Are
fear of
those,
holes.
really big boxes on the other side of those trees?
Oh, isn't this the same?
Pillars, you mean?
Those are pillars, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say those look like the same things that we saw in the earlier part of the forest.
Maybe
Oh,
just the reason
no.
they're-
Vastly
I'm like,
different.
they're here now. This thing must be huge.
You know, I investigate the hallway in front of me for traps and stuff.
If you want to investigate, yeah,
I would like to.
go for it.
Oh, another dead body.
Yep, that's the first thing that shows up in one.
Add to the tally.
And one of those examination tables also shows up. The dead body itself is actually halfway draped onto the examination table. It seems that its hands are pinned somehow into the table itself. You can't see from this distance exactly what it is. But this initial little hallway doesn't seem to be trapped or show really any other signs besides natural cavern.
All right, Lucy, I think we found your laboratory that you were looking for. But y'all are allowed to go. I mean, go ahead, go on in. I'll stay here.
Well, you go check it out then. I'm gonna. Anyone want to lead the way, or should I?
I got
Taken
this.
care of.
Yeah, you don't lead the way. You got hit with one arrow and died.
It was a very dangerous arrow.
I'm pretty blind, to be fair. Like, I can't even see right in front of me, but I can see that room.
He's just walking with Quinn. Just like, okay.
While they are examining this room, I'm gonna hop behind these big pillars, carefully walking through the room.
Okay.
First this one, and then checking around for traps and stuff very carefully.
Give me an investigation check.
All right.
Yeah, Keys was also going to start checking for traps.
He's doing it in the room you guys were just in.
Oh, I'm doing it in this one.
Yeah, one thing at a time. Lorson, are you still back there?
Yeah, I was gonna stay with Gustav and go like up around these trees and then go check out this side.
12.
Alright. So, Gustav, you start to go around this large pillar, and you see what looks to be a non-natural marking on the back of the pillar. You're kind of looking at it for a second. It almost looks like it's just portions of stone sort of morphed together, like masoned together. But as you're looking at it, you realize that it shifts, and you're like, wait, what? And then it shifts once more, and you realize it's at that last moment that you see it's actually connecting two separate little pictures, one above and one below. And as this thing shifted, it connected the entire thing. Lorson and Gustav, go ahead and give me dex saves. Alright, Gustav, you save, so you take half damage. Lorson, that is 12 points of lightning damage.
Oh, fuck.
And that is 6 points to Gustav as this pillar jettisons lightning in both directions. And Gustav,
Both directions, there's 4 sides.
well, if it hit you and it hit Lorson, it's
Got
probably
it.
going in 1 or 2 directions. So into the room and up against the wall behind you.
Hearing lightning strike.
Yeah,
Keys
you
abandons
guys just
what
hear-
she's doing.
Is there any way I can stop it from turning?
Nope. I mean, how do you want to
I
try
can't,
and
like,
stop it?
Shove a pit in there to make it stop?
It looks smooth. I mean, you see some markings, but it's the actual stone that's shifting.
Get out of there.
It's definitely nothing you've ever seen before.
Okay. Then I will run to the next pillar.
Okay.
And Lorson goes to where the group is.
Oh boy. I was gonna ask if you're okay, but you look very singed.
Give me a perception check. Gustav. This pillar seems to be a little bit more worn down. Can't see as much of the markings, but you do see the middle stone is shifting, but you can't tell what part in its rotation it currently is at.
And previously it just shot out from 2 directions, right?
Yeah.
All right, then I will make a dash around this corner real quick.
Ooh, there's a line where those two died in a line. And that's where the pillar is.
Yeah.
I put 2 and 2 together.
And you made 4.
Yeah.
Gustav, go ahead and give me a deck save.
No, 2 plus 2 equals window. Welcome to Math with Kiss.
Okay. You dip past, and then as you dip past, ping, thank you, this interesting metal contraption, you hear a click. But luckily, you jump forward in just enough time as it goes and starts to spew out this toxic gas that starts to spread. Let me...
Is it following me?
One moment, please, as I do this.
Thank you for calling Death Hotline. Please hold. Your call is very important to us.
Oh, whoops. No, snap to corner, please. Snap to corner. Thank you. It's currently right there. But it is expanding.
I will move away.
Okay. As you start to move away, it's going to expand.
Carefully. Oh, it's still expanding.
Yep.
Like, how quickly is this thing expanding?
It spreads out an extra 5 feet every 6 seconds.
But I will keep moving away until it stops expanding.
Okay. It stops here. So let me just quickly do a whoop. Show it to me. That's good enough for now.
Did we hear from the other side, like the click thing?
Oh yeah. Oh, not the click.
Boop.
You just heard the sizzling sounds of this gas being permeated from this contraption.
And it being gas. I'm gonna do the
Gustav?
stupid thing. And I'm going to light my candle and throw it into the gas.
You still see him.
Okay. You light your candle. Really trying not to TPK you guys right now. So I will just say that this room collapses in on itself.
Huh?
Which one?
One moment, please. This, let me get that.
Well, that sucks.
All right.
Ceiling was unstable.
I am getting the feeling that most of everything in here is flammable, so please watch your torches, I guess. And I'll pick up my candle off the floor.
No, that's part of the rubble. You said you lit your candle and threw it into the poison, which exploded and brought the entire ceiling down on itself. So it's gone.
Oh, because I thought the gas went around the corner a little bit, and that's where I threw it.
Okay, I will
I was
expand.
aiming for here, but
Yeah, I will expand the destruction.
Quinn just
that was
like
some powerful gas.
jumps a little bit because he's all of a sudden hearing a voice in the dark from ahead of him because he doesn't see Gustav whatsoever. He's like, so, wait, what?
Watch your torches! Oh god! Alright. Okie dokie. Okay. So, like I said in the past, these walls are not solid walls, so if you try going through that wall, it'll let you.
Real quick, this does that look like what I ran past?
Similar, not the exact same.
All right then, I'm sticking to the walls.
Keys, investigation check, as you were initially investigating for traps in this area.
Big 11. I have not rolled over a 10.
It's all right. Show me a path that you want to go. Okay, it's right here that you see a bit of almost like fishing line that is resting up against this table right here. It's actually connected to the table, but it's cut and it's connected to this thing.
Okay, so this is a tripped trap.
And this is a disarmed trap.
Disarmed. East takes notes on how to disarm traps.
Keys whips out her notebook, and in her first set of notes, disarming traps, disarm them.
It's not even a notebook, it's just in her head.
Inside her
I
head,
want you to think
that's
she
what's
would
imagining.
have a notebook.
Gotta keep track of your shinies.
One of my siblings probably ate my last book, so it's not worth trying to keep around for right now.
Okay, then a pamphlet that was for the Mormons that you have now reused.
She just took a napkin from her birthday, and scribbled it on.
Oh, okay, take it back. That's what it is.
Still has some cake on it.
Still has some cake on it, yeah. Definitely.
You just lick the cake and keep writing.
She's like wiped her face with it and like shoved it in her pocket and forgot about it.
Hey, that's cake for later. Ooh, dessert.
Cake is bad now. Oh, it's perfectly fine to me.
Kiss is interested in this table with the dead body attached to it.
Okay.
Quinn's looking at it too.
It's not you, it's it. The table's just not ready for a relationship right now.
Whatever. I'm not even interested in you.
You
That
just
way
said you
anyway.
were. I mean,
I'm interested in the body connected to the table. Excuse you.
well,
That
sorry.
doesn't sound much
Yeah.
better.
That
Fucking.
arguably sounds worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm
just in it for the
interested in
body. Just in it for its looks. Got it.
Hmm.
This body is definitely a lot more in the decayed side of things, and visibly decayed. If it was wearing armors, it either has molded off or got removed at some point. You can't tell. You do see there's no shirt or anything like that. It is mostly mummified upper remains. You can see into parts of the chest cavity as the skin is ruptured and opened. Doesn't smell, so it's obviously been here for a long time. If anything, it's dustier than it is anything. And its hands seem to be stuck in sections of the table, but you can't see by what. They look like they're just placed there. But you can tell by the tension of the body that that's what's holding it up. So you're getting a good sense that this guy probably died.
Table bad.
This guy probably died by starvation.
Ooh.
Decently tall person too.
Are we able to tell what races these people are, or is it just they're all humans?
No, they're not all humans. It's just they're so far gone. Any of the slighter things like pointy ears or obviously size can tell you some things. They're obviously not gnomes, or else they're giant gnomes. Gnomes, halflings, goblins, keeses. Got that word. Kobolds. But none of the small races. They could be a few of the larger ones. You're not seeing a tail, but there are dragonborns that don't have a tail. You're seeing skin texture, so it's probably not dragonborn. But you wouldn't be able to tell if this is Triton, human, half-elf, elf, or any of those more humanoid ones.
It's a taller something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that body plan is just basically human but spicy.
Hmm. Do I fuck with the table? Hmm.
It doesn't want to fuck with you.
I know it doesn't.
He's here's like, do I want to fuck with the table? And gives you just a slow turn.
This is not a stereo, okay?
Hmm. I just caught that.
Am I supposed to be able to see through this wall?
He is to the far right of this
Yes. It's not technically a full wall, it's a little half wall.
Can I take a look at and try and read whatever this book is on top of the desk?
As you go over to it, there's splotches where you could tell ink once was, but it is all mildewed over onto each other. There's even like tiny little mushrooms growing on one of the pages.
Anything interesting about the mushrooms?
They're too tiny right now to even tell what they might be. Yeah, sorry, no Lich's death caps for you yet.
one.
One day, one day.
You want me to eat them?
Yep.
Quinn just like scoops everything up with his tongue and just. There's a tunnel on this side too. Or a recess of something.
Yeah, and you can see that there is a torch down there.
Does anybody look through this stuff that I'm at?
No one has. If you want to give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these crystals that are surrounded by white?
That is just. It looks like, almost like a geode. It's a larger like conglomeration of these crystals, and as you go ahead and give me a perception check as you look in. Lorson, as you go to like pry open some of this crate right here, it comes off super easy. Like the wood just like the nails stay in the other wood, but the wood just like whoop. Oh, okay. Looking inside, it's completely empty. It's probably just used for sitting or as a table of some sort.
I just like to go to the other things and start poking and prodding them, see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, go to a new item and roll a new investigation check for me. Keys, you can see a myriad of different color crystals in here, in this little geode. Ranging from, they're all of a different purple, but they all range in colors from like lilac to plum. And then there's even some that are like super dark, almost black. But they all seem to, the geode sort of, the ones that you're at are cracked pretty wide open down the halfway mark. So they're all just sort of jutting in and up towards each other.
And these are the same sorts of crystals that were on the ground.
Yeah.
Keys laments the fact that she can't take it.
Lorson, this crate is already broken open at the bottom. And just looking inside, there was something cloth in here, but you put your hand in it and it just comes away like pieces of fabric. Sticky fabric.
Fun.
Like super concentrated cobwebs.
Love it.
Just like
Is any of that stuff in my immediate area looks like it may have survived some of the extended time it's been here?
Give me an investigation check.
This dead body's hands are stuck to the table. Is this the same table as the other room that we found in the beginning of the tunnels?
Yep.
Okay.
Same type of table. The only things that look salvageable or in decent condition are the green things. And go ahead and give me an intelligence check. As you start to look at and manipulate them, they're not that large, 8-9 inches long, 4 or 5 inches tall. They got this green circle on them that you could tell it's magical of some sort. And as you start to touch it, first you try to move it, it is heavy. It is like 20 pounds. It is made of some solid metal. But as you like start to manipulate the top of it, it starts to get hot, and you realize this is some sort of hot plate.
You need
Some
the fire
sort
and
of-
get a hot plate.
Yeah, some sort of arcane cooktop.
So this cave was full of chefs. Got it.
With,
And I wonder what they served.
if Keys mentioned that this table was trapped, Quinn would want to look at this table to see if, like, why was this one so important to be trapped? Kind
Okay.
of thing.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I look up over this wall, or is it too tall for me?
No, your eyes like crux right over it, and you can see the dead body there. Quinn, the only thing that you see on there seems to be a very rusty, barely held together skinning knife, and what looks to be the bones of a forearm of some humanoid.
Now I see what killed the person on the other side of this wall, or is it?
You'd
too
have to
far
crawl
away?
over to see that. You can just see the body resting on the floor.
Can I? Does the wall look sturdy enough, or is it going to
Yeah,
collapse?
it's part of the
when I
cavern
climb?
wall. It's just an opening.
Right, but I thought that about the other cavern walls, and they just all collapsed. So
Well, you threw an explosion in there
I threw a candle.
into something that
Um,
you mostly thought was going to explode.
I will climb up kind of cautiously over the wall, very carefully,
Mm-hmm.
and look around for anything that might harm me.
You see what looks to be a pillar with a small lantern on it. That's what this is here. And then crystals further down. That's about it. And the dead body. Well, you're assuming it's dead. It's a... Compared to the other ones, it's got full cloth still on it. So you can't tell what it is. It's face down, so it's covered. It's got long black hair.
Don't want to take any chances.
Pretty tall.
So I will shoot it with my short bow.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Question after.
Answer maybe.
You're kind of like teetering on the wall a little bit, and you go to shoot, and you like slip a little bit, and just shoot right into the wall behind it. It doesn't move.
All right, then I'll kind of get down and look at it carefully without touching it.
Okay, give me a perception check. Question, Keys?
The thing I just pinged, that thing. What is that?
Sorry, ping it again. That's just a destroyed box.
Ah, okay. Destroyed box.
Yep.
Question answered.
Good. Good. As far as trying to take a look at the body, unless you get on the other side of it, since it's got long black hair, it's fully covered. The only place would be its face, and its face is sort of like tucked into the ground, so you need to get on the other side to kind of like peer at it if you want. It's a tight
Like
squeeze,
north
Larissa, but you
side,
can go
south
that way.
side.
It's facing the opposite wall from where you're at right now, but most of its
Oh.
face is in the ground.
Okay, then I will move over here. You said my arrow was somewhere.
Yeah, it's in that wall towards the bottom of your picture. So yeah, you can take that out.
I will use that arrow then to lift up the hair a little bit to make sure that this thing is dead.
Okay. You go to lift up the hair, and the hair like continues on, and a little bit of the scalp comes with it. And kind of just you're like, oh, get off my arrow, get
Okay,
off
it's
my arrow,
dead.
get off my arrow.
Dead.
And you're just like, you
dead.
know what? Fuck the arrow.
No, hell no, I'm not gonna fuck the arrow. I only have so many. I don't have a bow of infinite arrows.
Yet.
I'm hoping. Then I will examine the robes since they're not decayed yet.
Okay. You can see that it's nothing of fine make. The edges of it are frayed and starting to curl from mildew and such. So it's probably not too far off from starting to completely rot from the inside out. And so you're also thinking that if you move these robes, you're probably going to get greeted with a very interesting smell.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I won't. I was the frayed at the end stopped right there because they're not magical, so it doesn't matter. I will go ahead and climb back through the wall then, and
Alright.
report my findings.
Lucian, you found the stovetop? I think I found the chef knives. As Kiss looks down this hallway.
Give me a perception check.
Keys, you mind coming and creeping around this thing? I
What the hell?
can't shake the feeling that, like, if this thing was trapped, it's got to be important, right?
Yeah, sure, I'll check it out.
I notice anything interesting about it when I found out that it was...
Investigation check.
Okay.
Looks good, Kiss.
Cool.
10 plus 4, 14.
Hey, you're at least in double digits. One major thing that you see right away is pulled down into the sides of this, mainly because of your height when you came up to the table. You realize that there are hand and leg cuffs that slide into the table that are currently underneath the table. They're just not pulled all the way to the top. And as you get your head up and above, you realize that there's a groove that goes all the way around. And you look back underneath the table and you realize this groove leads to a funnel at the bottom, and it's a blood groove. And there is a tiny little chamber at the bottom.
Stains.
collecting
with
weird-
dark stains.
You want to look into the little chamber?
No,
Okay.
perfectly honest, I really don't.
He's just collecting weird liquids again.
I don't want weird liquids. I want shiny things, but so far all the shiny things have betrayed me.
What if it's shiny liquid?
All
She
liquid's
did.
technically shiny if you shine the right shine on it.
I mean,
but shiny liquid
unicorn
doesn't
blood.
last.
Unicorn blood was silver specifically. That's
True.
just-
True.
Didn't wasn't it Keith who collected that weird liquid from the cauldron last time?
That
I
was
do
with
have a weird
Quincy.
liquid.
But
Yeah,
that
you
one
do.
has an innate shiny to it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was glowing.
This,
Hmm.
I think this was for draining blood. Whoever these people were, I think they sucked.
What,
Maybe
like-
to us, but probably not back to that. Like, they don't play and think that about themselves.
You mean like a vampire, or like just as in terrible people?
Could be
Yes.
both.
Yeah, it could honestly
Could be
both.
neither. Could be both.
But with your investigation check, Keys, you get the sense that the table was chosen for the trap just because it covered the middle of the room.
And that circular thing I'm not gonna poke because I don't want to accidentally trigger it. As we saw what happened,
Oh, you don't?
and I don't want to collapse the cave because I don't want to die down here.
You didn't see what
Or-
happened. You just heard the buzzing of the poison get shot out, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, a big-ass explosion.
You're trying to just tempt me to fuck us
I'm just
over even
saying,
further?
and Gustav hasn't told anyone, that thing shot out poison gas. So,
Keith,
I heard a massive explosion, and I
I'm just saying.
extrapolate trap.
Just saying.
So
Just
not gonna
saying.
fuck with that.
Just saying.
I-
You didn't see what was given out, and that's the only shiny thing in the room. Just
Keith,
saying.
too big for me to take.
There's bits and bobs.
I can't see you, but wherever you
Fuck
are,
you, I'm leaving.
Metagamer.
What's in this barrel?
It's my name.
Nothing. The barrel is empty.
Perfect. You guys, I found another tunnel and another dead body if you're interested.
my tunnel has a light down it.
So does mine, but it's a smaller light. So I'm right behind.
What did you need me for?
I kind of blanked out. It was almost like some being was really annoying me.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That was a dangerous
That's a-
statement right there.
That's my
Yes,
bad,
it
Keith.
was.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
this looks completely
Uh,
safe to me. I want your professional opinion.
It looked
As for the-
great.
I know it looked great to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give my very professional opinion.
Yeah, go ahead and give
That's
me an
my
investigation
professional
check.
opinion. Okay.
Why do I feel like these traps must have like a DC 47 investigation check right now?
If they did it before,
It's like someone cast like a cloak spell on them or something.
like you must be this tall to see the trap spell. There's a height requirement to all
Worse.
traps
No,
now.
it's not even that. It goes like everybody up to like 1'9", and then everybody above 2'5" or whatever.
Yeah, there's just this random
The
gap that
individual
just
blind spot. Yep.
yeah. It looks good. The best part
Yeah.
about sorry,
Go ahead.
the best part about this threat is that you never know if I'm actually being vengeful or not.
Gustav will sidle up next to Lorson. Are you all right? You took a pretty big hit.
Ah, I'm okay.
Because you look down at Gustav and he is fried.
I feel like she looks pretty fried too.
You guys want to rest somewhere?
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
I feel like if I got hit with lightning again, I might die.
A short rest in this room doesn't seem so bad. There's even cooktops.
I've accidentally
Ah.
sneezed before, so be careful.
Yeah, it has been a very painful day.
We didn't even
Hey,
get our full
it's
rest.
only been like
First couple hours
a
of the
few
day.
hours.
We got a short rest originally. Quinn. Is Quinn okay? Or did Quinn die in the tunnel?
Quinn's doing
I-
the guy from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, he just sort of like, well, I mean, I could see down that into that room, but everybody sort of stopped and started talking to themselves over there, so I don't want to continue in this. The consensus.
Why don't we give a chance to the people who got very hurt to rest for a bit? So if we come across another trap, no one dies.
Yeah, Quinn, you can see that there is natural light coming in from not only the torch, but it seems like there's another crack in the ceiling, allowing sun to pour in.
I
Also,
guess
just pointing it out, if you see another one of those shiny, I don't know, pot-like things, look for traps, because I kind of set one off, and it was a really gross gas. And I thought that I would clear the gas by setting it on fire, and it kind of blew up. So maybe
Oh
don't.
gosh, that was you.
Yeah, that was me.
that is awesome.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I could have been in that.
But you weren't. And he just sort of like taps his head like,
Wait, is Quinn's breath lightning or ice? I forget.
lightning. I literally shoot a laser beam 30 feet ahead of me.
Cool.
What's a laser?
Laser.
Stand
Yeah.
still, he'll show you.
Are we taking a short rest?
Yeah, in the cooking room, yes. Hopefully.
That works for me. I'll post up in this hallway, make sure nothing comes at us.
Okay.
Mm, How badly
I will
are-
prop myself up on this box and take a short rest then.
How badly is everyone?
I haven't been touched.
How badly is-
I'm okay.
I mean, I can roll. I can play the. I have the Song of Rest, which you regain 1d6 if everyone doesn't want to use all of their hit die, since we only
That
have
would be
like
nice.
two. So he doesn't want to play too loud, to where everyone's like getting where like it's calling things, but he'll kind of huddle everyone together and.
Gotta play as loud as you have to play.
Sure, the acoustics might be nice.
And you said an extra 2?
It's a extra 1d6.
Lorson's like, I feel alive!
Same, I feel much better. Thank you.
I'm at full health.
Lorson's like, I feel alive! She's just fucking jamming out to Kiss's song.
I'm still feeling much better.
She's raving over here.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
just like-
shuffling across the ground. Just fucking...
Okay, so everyone would. Oh. Never mind. Is everyone rolling individual
Mm-hmm.
Song of Rest?
Yeah,
Or-
for future things, it would be the person casting the spell that rolls the dice.
Yeah, he just kept saying D6, D6, so I rolled a D6.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm back at full.
All right.
Give me a sec. Mabel's screaming again.
So,
Mastermind knows something's wrong.
yeah. She's high right now.
She trying to warn Keys, but just doesn't have the ability to do so right now.
So, an hour of chilling in the in this room.
Dissection room.
Meat preparing room.
Yeah.
And you guys finish your short rest. Everyone feels a little bit better. Everyone's sick of Hotel California though by the time that it's the short rest is over, because Kiss just plays the same song over and over again.
Yeah, you really gotta write some songs.
They're like, welcome to the perdition bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
No one asked for a different song, so it was just on repeat.
We perform together all the time. I know you know more songs than that.
No one hit shuffle.
Yeah, they just said play
Okay,
song and
I
it just
will
auto
hit
Oh, we have to
shuffle
hit you.
next time.
No one
New
requested.
nickname unlocked.
Lorson's
what
like,
if
I don't know what you mean. I've been shuffling this entire time. Okay. So, and a short rest.
Into the next room.
Into
Right.
the
Onward.
unknown.
Quinn to the unknown. And he will wander forth.
We lost Quinn, didn't we?
He's down the hall.
Are these just boxes with knives in them?
I'm not that zoomed in right now. No, that's artwork on top.
Of knives.
So a lot of these, even those aren't even full crates. Those are just like lids to crates that have been left here.
Yeah, I'm investigating. Make sure there's
Investi-
no traps.
investigate away.
Your inevitable DC roll.
Big ol' 6.
Big
Back to
ol'
single
6.
digits, y'all.
Why? Oh, okay, you can. Boop, boop, boop.
There's a particularly shiny rock on the ground and Keys gets distracted.
It's understandable. Don't find anything. A lot of these, most of these, if not all of these, are destroyed boxes in different wood pieces. Almost like this is a dumping ground.
Are those statues next to the torch?
No,
that's
those are
near?
just interesting looking rocks.
Gotcha.
It's just like the top of it is getting certain light, so it kind of makes it look. Trust me, even I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't remember
understand.
putting that there, and I was like, okay, no,
Yeah,
it's just rocks.
I understand.
Wait, these are just rocks here?
No,
Next
these.
to the sword?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But you do see the dead body that. Well, you see half a dead body, I should say. As it is crawling out with its lower half disappearing down a hole behind it. But it is in a crawled fashion, one arm further up than the other, holding on to a rock. Decently decaying. You could not enough. You could tell that this was a human. Human male, short brown hair. Half of his face is up against the floor, so you can't see all of it. But it looks like he had a little bit of freckles underneath the eyes.
Cute.
Just kind of
So
posted there.
this
Then
one makes Lorson's 5.
What were these things that we walked over and
they're just lids. So like
lids?
they were like lids to chests or crates or something, but they are just the lids to them now.
All right, and what's this glowing wispy thing over here?
Those are cobwebs.
Cobwebs. All right.
I think it's only glowing because of my light cantrip.
Oh, there's more cobwebs. I love that.
This
Oh,
is also a room
shit.
that has an opening in the ceiling to the outside.
Can we tell where this would be relative to where we were?
No. Probably deeper into the mountains.
I'm gonna look a little closer at the body. Is it missing lower half?
Give me an investigation check.
Can I help him look for any identifying features or anything that he carried that would identify this person?
One thing first. Quinn, he does not have a lower body. It seems that somewhere between L4 and L5 is gone. Violently. Not a clean cut either.
He'll say in a semi-whisper, "There might be something scary down that hole, guys."
And Lucia, what were you checking for?
Let's not go down
See
the
if
hole.
see if they're carrying anything that would serve as an identifier to determine who exactly this might be.
The only possible pockets that this individual would have would be a chest pocket to the. So that means you would have to go down and dig into it to get it, or pull the body up and out.
Never mind, strange, unidentified person.
I mean, if if Lucian was curious, Quinn would do it. This is more of a non-decayed body, you said?
Yeah. You did just say that there's something possibly down the hole.
I was half tempted to throw the rest of the body down the hole. I'm not gonna lie.
One choice is smarter than the other.
Is it? Is it though?
Yeah.
The smarter choice is always the one we don't make, though. So
So the
Not
body.
either.
Worst decisions. There we go.
So what are we doing?
Lorthan would like to look around this area over here, since someone else is over here
Okay.
looking for doodads or traps.
Give me investigation for doodads or traps.
Gustav, did you think that that tunnel up that way is where you came from? You thought the other tunnel was?
Pretty sure, yeah.
No traps, Lorson, but you do find a little doodad. It's about the size of a nice stone, if not like a very large pearl. It's white. It's a little squishy. Kind of fibrous.
It's a spider egg.
Oh
isn't it?
no. She's gonna put it back. I'm so sorry I disturbed you.
I'm not sure it came across her mic, but I was like, Quinn, eat this.
Gonna do
Protein.
that?
Protein.
No, if anything, she's hiding it from Quinn. I'm gonna put you back so you don't get disturbed, little buddy. I'm so sorry.
Lorthan's gonna put it in her pocket and forget about it until it hatches.
No.
You put it down and it just goes
So sorry.
about 13 little just disappear into the rocks.
Wow, only 13?
Yeah, they're all about nickel size.
Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
Is there a giant spider down here? Oh no.
Why do you
Looking
think
up at
that's
the
a big web?
ceiling.
Nice hole in the roof leading to outside.
Well, if one tunnel goes back where Gustav found, I guess this is the only way forward then? Pointing down towards where Keys is leaning towards.
There's more torches
Yes.
down here.
I'm gonna keep looking in the corner. I'm gonna like go along this wall and look as I go that way.
All right, give me another investigation check.
I'm checking for traps and shit as I go.
Investigation check. Lorson, you're finding another bunch of little doodads.
I'm not touching it.
Okay. See about like 7 or 8 of them. Because you're like,
That's
oh.
double digits.
There's a lot of little spitters down here.
You don't find any traps, Keys.
I'm not gonna lie, I just saw Gustav come out of the shadows and I was like, oh shit.
I keep forgetting you can't see me if I stay far away. I'm sorry about that. I'm not trying to
No, I get
stalk
you.
you guys.
It's just like, wait, what just happened? What
We're
ran through
traumatized
my
from
head?
Because Quinn's like, wait, what? And Lorthan's like, why are you freaking out? It's fine. He's right there.
We're traumatized from the forest encounter.
That was so fucking scary, and I don't know why it was so scary.
This is Val doing it.
Oh, whoops.
It was scary because if you zoomed out enough to see them, they were so small that you couldn't tell what they were.
Wait a minute, weren't
These-
those things spider-like?
No, those are geodes.
No, the things that were outside.
Oh, no one really got a good look at them.
I mean, they were making noises that made me think of spiders or whatever.
I
But
haven't
they
ever,
also started speaking Infernal eventually too. So
I haven't ever heard of spiders that speak infernal. So
Infernal spiders.
Are there infernal spiders?
I think Kaporan met one at some point.
they were mostly Infernal dogs.
Not good boys.
Bad boy,
But
bad.
we've met plenty of spiders.
Spiders actually taste pretty good.
When Keys doesn't elaborate, she just keeps walking.
Yeah. Keys, if you're investigating while you're moving, if you're doing the lead, I would say every 10 movements do another investigation check.
Would I do another one now?
Yeah, we'll just start it now.
It's a big 7.
And as for everyone following, if you don't follow within a 3-square pattern of the person who's doing the investigating, you are in unknown territory. But yeah, seems to be a larger hallway, cavern, same illusory torches up against the walls, and another one of the geodes with the crystals inside.
Anybody getting any
He spends a
vibes?
little extra time looking at the geodes and then continues.
Yep.
I'm gonna look this way and try to do the same thing. I'm gonna try a rogue.
Give me an investigation check.
She's just trying to learn from them. It's not going well.
She's like, it looks good. I did everything that Keys does. You go like this, then you go like this, then you go like this, then you go, then you go. It looks good. Keys like walks over. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Keys. And Keys is like, wait. And Larson's like, and Keys points down to her foot as a snake finishes going into its burrow.
Nice rattle timing on
I
that.
know, right? It's saying thank you from
Spiders in
inside.
the last room, and now there's snakes here.
Snakes aren't scary.
At least it's
I mean,
not
if they
up
bite
there.
you, yeah. What?
Nothing.
Well, that yeah, like what if a snake was like eating me, Keys? Would that be scary then?
That would be scary, but like the little ones right there, as long as you leave them alone, they're fine.
Just get
There's two.
flashbacks to that one thing where Nori was being squeezed alive by a snake and just talked her way out of it. It's like, please leave.
There's 2 more paths. One to the south, one to our north.
There's nothing very interesting about this upward path, as far as I can see.
No one had a dead body in it,
So
right?
about 5 feet.
Well, I mean, there's a light traveling down. I can see pretty much until it bends. Oh, okay, I guess we're all going this way.
Guess we're
I
going
was just
north then.
curious. Sorry.
It's this little square.
Sorry, I'm having to like zoom in,
Small
zoom
pillar
out.
with a lantern in it.
Yes, pillar with a lantern.
And what's on the wall behind it?
Nothing. That's just the design of the light
Yes.
hitting the pillar.
Lights and shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Is that red gem any particular difference as opposed to the geodes?
No, it's all the same stuff, just a slightly different color of it.
Okay.
Did you mean just have like if it had one of the moving thingies that you saw earlier, or is it just the light that's actually on the wall here?
What did you say?
I was asking if you were like wanting to look behind the pillar to see if there was the picture thing that was happening in the first room.
No, like from where I can actually see that looks like a pattern on the wall, but if it's just shadows, then it's fine.
Gotcha.
Yep, just shadow.
Do I see a picture on the pillar as we walk down?
Nope. Just a solid stone pillar with an opening that has a lantern on the inside, and then just like a cross strut.
From where we are right now, can I hear anything behind us?
Nope.
Okay.
Seems
I'm
that
just continually making them with every 10 little squares.
seems that every bend in this place seems to really cut down the acoustics. When you're at one end of the hall and something's happening on the other end, yeah, it can happen. But as soon as it gets into a new room, it seems to go quiet.
I think as we get to a more open space, Keys feels a little uncomfortable and is starting to go a little bit more sneaky.
Okay.
I genuinely can't see where Keys is. Oh, there she is.
Keys. Ow! That's me.
Stepped on me.
Which way do we want to go?
Why don't we look at the part in front of us first?
There does seem to be something interesting in the sunlight peering in north of us.
Yep, just another crack in the sunlight, or crack in the ceiling for sunlight, and a bunch of crystals.
I was referring to whatever this ping is.
That seems just to be like a hot steam vent. Probably like the stuff you guys dealt with below, just not on fire. And luckily there's an opening in the ceiling above, so it hasn't just completely filled up this chamber. The crystals are so pretty.
May I stealth into this room and check for traps at the same time?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
He's just looking into this geo, just like, ooh.
I wonder why we can't pick them up.
Yeah. I mean, I know some gems are real fragile, but it's kind of sad they have to stay here.
Yeah, but like still like they just went right? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I haven't heard of anything like it, and I
What
like
was the
working with
second one for?
gemstones.
I turn the corner.
Oh, you're investigating in every 2 steps?
No, I was down here. I can't really see very far, so I moved up into the room to look.
Every 10 squares.
I mean, I would if I could, but we would never get anywhere. I'm assuming there's cracks in the ceiling where sunlight's shining down, or is that just the torches?
That's just the torches.
Okay. Well, that's as far in this room as I'm going to go. I mean, except to get out of everybody's way.
And this is all... oops. Can't see it. This was a chamber, but that is where all the collapsed rubble is blocking off now.
So the lava pit is basically buried, is what you're
No,
saying?
the lava pit's up ahead.
Okay, because I could see the lava pit. and
Yeah, for some reason
it's
I
just
have
the other.
explorable darkness on, but it just did not want to.
I see. Okay, so where Keys is cut off from the bear,
Oh.
from the rubble. Gotcha.
I guess explorable darkness wasn't on.
You're welcome.
Kiss, it's starting to get hot.
I guess I'll be careful going through the
Oh, did someone pull
place,
in their
but
token again?
I accidentally deleted Larson, so I had to bring it back
I was like, why did everything go blue once again?
because everything went black for me.
Oh, hold on. I'm not on the right layer. There we go.
Sorry.
It's all good.
this slab is the most interesting thing to quit.
There you go.
This looks like it. It looks like a bowl of water, but I don't know what it is.
Hold on. I was fixing Larson.
Larson's getting fixed.
We do that to the bard first.
Lobotomy.
No, it is like a giant pestle and pestle and mortar. Just empty.
Is there any residue on it?
Nope. Empty.
To grind down the bones.
Yeah, this place is real creepy. Less treasure than I thought there'd be.
It's some sort of lab, obviously, but like the ruins aren't the lab, are they? Well, like it didn't seem like that was what the guy was implying, at least.
I mean, technically anything could be ruins.
Is there anything about this slab thing? in the center?
That one. Nope. Just
What's to do with those plants, Lucian?
looks like it was probably an actual stone and just got worked over time as it was already sitting here. It's one of those like modern art chairs.
Is there anything unique about the plants in this room, or is it all?
No, they're all about the same plants. They're not super big. If anything, they're more viney and kind of grow along the ground rather than height to them. But they're not dissimilar for some of the bushes outside. So, again, in a sense, seeds probably made their way in from the holes in the ceiling and just propagated here.
Not multicolored moss.
No, none of the good stuff.
Doesn't seem like anything's here, and we'll be going back if we try and cross over into that lava pit.
You want to try to cross over the lava pit?
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
There was another hallway, wasn't there?
There were like 2 hallways we
Yeah,
didn't
there
go
was a
down yet.
Well, yeah, there's a hallway in the opposite direction. And I'm just saying that it doesn't seem like there's anything this direction.
Maybe there's lava right there.
Everyone freeze for a moment. Just so I can give everyone... Because it should have been explorable darkness, so I just gotta drag a few tokens around.
To show that we've already been where we've been.
Yeah.
My friends are disappearing one by one.
I'm I'm going on a ride, guys.
The spider has taken them. They're gone.
This was all a dream. Eve and Gustav never left the skeleton in the gold pile.
You guys have just been hallucinating this entire time.
Who drank the bath water?
Did you really have to ask? And then, boop. Oh, I ended up taking the freaking light. You being
You
blind
could
is
do that
really
for
annoying.
everybody?
Yeah. Because everyone's map updates individually.
How fun.
Oh, the spider got me. It's been nice.
Gone, but not forgotten.
Guys, I swear, I just went on some weird ass ride. Yeah, me too.
Turn them back.
I saw the past, and then I saw the future, and then I came back to where I was, and it was the wildest thing. I swear I didn't eat those mushrooms in that room.
Maybe I should have.
It must
Alright.
have been at least.
Everyone's map should be updated now, right?
Yep.
For sure.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah,
Mostly.
keep making investigation checks.
If you're leading.
Who knows? The smallest, one of the smallest of us, the leader.
What's really happening is Quinn's just going, but she's just like darting from between his legs and trying to investigate the spots like right in front of him.
She's like
Doesn't
minesweeping.
step on like a pressure plate. It's like she's like, at least there's a chance I don't set it off with my weight.
I thought that was a pool table for a second.
All right, so we got a weird green glowing pool up there with some dead bodies and a tunnel.
Well, dead bodies might have things on them.
Dead bodies.
Alright.
The other tunnel would end up probably looping into the one that we passed up on in the other direction.
It was almost a 20.
Stop. Keys. Dexterity saving throw.
Big 10. I cannot roll today.
You actually have disadvantage on this. Quinn, dex save with advantage.
That's a 7.
That makes you fail. Quinn's alright. In between Quinn and Kiss, from the ceiling itself, pointed down at an angle, there's this vent. And shooting out of the vent, there's this large gust of wind that just goes like when you open up, when you go to a gas station and you go through the front door and all of a sudden, you know, as that fan kicks on. It's different when you're expecting it and when you're not expecting it. When you're not expecting it, that bitch can take you real quick. And so, Keys, you get launched forwards.
And it's just like, oh, the nice air conditioner just to let out it.
Give me another dex save as you start to approach this pool, tossing and tumbling.
It's a 10.
To see her flying off, can I go running after her to try and...
Yeah, you can go running after, but it's not gonna be in enough time. You get to this edge of this pool and you start to fall in, and that little faucet coming off the side, you like reach up for it and grab, and you're like, you can hear the stone. You feel your nails starting to splinter as it's just digging into that stone faucet, but you stop yourself. But then all of a sudden you feel this as your tail just grazes the top of this pool of acid. You take 3 points of acid damage.
We could have lost keys right there.
I will help her get off of the rock.
Yeah.
Get
Like-
the acid off my tail. Just
Like a
there's
cat
just this
that's
like
attached themselves to like a bedpost. You just and she's just like, no, not letting go. Have to-
Use my arm, you fool. You're supposed to latch onto my arm.
I do so.
Kisses and braces for the wind if it comes back again.
You hear a as it's resetting.
Run!
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Lucian is gonna stay in the safe spot and take a look around to see what pressure plate or whatever may have triggered it.
Give me an Arcana check.
I feel like Key's now just being held by Quinn.
Bust out the red carpet for the acid pit. Nice.
Looking, you see that there is this slight, right from underneath the vent, there's this slight shimmer of energy. And you realize it's not a tripwire on the floor or anything like that, it's on the ceiling. And it's detecting movement. But the ticking has now stopped.
Do either of you have a stone or something?
I mean, look down.
There's a stone.
And another one.
And
And
another
one
one.
more.
And another one.
Um,
Ooh, that one's
Lucian
shaped like
jumps
Mount
into
Rushmore.
the pool. No. Lucian, once everyone else is clear, he'll pick up a stone. He'll throw it. See the field.
Seems like the motion detector doesn't fall for small things. Or too small things, I should say.
Key size things are agreeable.
Nope, more like Quinn-size things.
It looks like it's a get a magic tripwire of sorts. We're not gonna be able to get past it without triggering it.
No one
Can
touch
you-
that green stuff. It hurts.
Strip it out.
It's not a sigil. I didn't see any sigil or anything like that.
Oh, all right. Can you
just
dispel it then?
That's a bit too advanced for me.
Oh.
give me a couple levels.
I can be in the way to catch you if you.
That'd be great. Honestly.
In the arms of a dragonborn.
Do you want to go first?
May they save
I guess might as well. Then Lucia will try and
I'm just imagining
get through without dying.
Quinn's gonna reach to grab them and just swoop right over the heads. Miss both.
Well, we'll see. All right, go ahead, Lucian.
Well, I mean, you can just sort of try and trigger the thing without actually going into
Nope,
the thing.
he said he's going.
Going.
Quinn,
He
your
went.
intelligence.
Dex save.
I have a wisdom. I don't have a intelligence. There's two different things.
He knows that a tomato. He doesn't know a tomato's a
Oh,
fruit,
God.
but he knows it doesn't go particularly well in fruit salad.
Lucian goes,
Agreeable.
"Ha, ha, ha." Ass over tea kettle. Quinn, you can either try and dex save and catch him, or Lucian can try and dex save and hold up and grab onto Quinn.
I was thinking of just like clotheslining him to the ground.
He's,
It's like,
he's not walking. He's like tumbling now.
just tackle him, pin him to the ground, kind of thing.
Okay, that'd still be a dex save to catch him in time. So give me a dex save.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
High or low? Sorry, odds or evens, Lucian?
Odds.
Okay. Quinn is always evens. And
You literally just said that.
as Lucian's going down, Quinn's like, I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna catch him. And he goes, oh, I'm not gonna catch him. I gotta tackle him. And so Quinn just goes and just belly flops onto Lucian.
I mean, that's one way
That
to
is
do it.
7 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh no.
as you full on from the ropes come down on top of Lucian and pin him to the ground. Hey,
Oh, I got you.
you were gonna miss and possibly take 66 of acid damage, so
I
Okay,
got
that's
you.
death.
Gustav, move through quickly, please.
Right after
Oh.
the wind stops, I'm gonna run through.
okay. You hear the click, 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 and you,
Well, that was interesting.
He'll sort of get up off of Lucian and be like, brush him down, like,
Lucian's kind of looking like the stepped on cockroach that's not quite dead.
Twitching a little bit.
Yeah, just like help, end it, please.
What is my existence?
As
Well, that
he
worked
scoops
out.
Lucian off the ground. The snow shovels him off the ground.
yeah, just like gets him back up on his feet, brushes him all off from the mud and whatever's on the ground.
His blood mostly.
Kind of running a bloody nose right there.
Running a
Probably
bloody
couple
face.
fragments.
That was more than half his hit points. He's running a lot of bloody things.
Oh yeah, I almost killed him.
You technically could have. It was 2d6. Quint's a heavy boy.
Can
How
I?
much?
Wait.
7'1", 300 pounds.
Yeah, that's a 300-pound man.
That's a
landing on
linebacker
you.
absolutely fucking laying someone out who doesn't play
Laying
sports.
It makes me think of the dodgeball, the Winston kid in the movie.
Oh my god.
It would be akin to probably Ryan tackling Meta. Like if we want to put height to context to size,
It would be greater than that. I'm like 5'5"
I think Lucian's only like 5'7".
and Quinn
I
is
forgot I'm
7'1".
5'4".
There you go.
So we put Ryan in like 12-inch heels.
Yeah, it's Shaq versus Meta.
Just fear.
Just Ryan in platforms. That's all. That's all we
I
need.
think I would
He
die.
does not need to be any taller.
Can I switch? Oh,
I was leaving. It was too much.
Val had to turn on his gust machine or his gust trap.
All right. So, as you guys are in this room, you see the large acid vat pool. You see 2 deceased bodies and a blood pool that is bubbling for some reason. Both are in sort of a constantly stirring motion. And the 2 bodies that reside out of the side seem to be completely exsanguinated. And probably were in the process of going from one pool to the other pool when whatever stopped them. But they are super mummified. The only holes or whatever that you can see outside the normal natural ones is a giant X or cross cut into the throat. And 2 Lorson, you would know this. Quinn, you would know this. Hook holes. Where, giant hooks that would be used to hold fish and other animals that would be bloodletted at their ankles.
Like a
Alright, so
butcher
these-
hook?
Yep.
Let's
Alright, we're
continue
dealing with-
on.
Yeah, this is horrifying.
So what we think right now the first two bodies in the first room were like the newest of the group?
The what of the group?
The newest of the dead bodies, like the ones that are the most recent. Just because they're
No,
based off of
the most recent looking ones are the one that was in half of its body in the hole, and then the one that Gustav found in that one hallway.
With the robe.
Yeah, those are the newest seeming ones.
Do we want to see what happens if I drop a body in the acid?
I kind of do, but I kind of don't want to be near that.
pretty sure I already know it's gonna happen.
Keys points to her tail, which like has some of the scales missing now.
Yep.
You have a pink tail.
I'm gonna have to grow those back.
Do they grow back?
Yes.
Just
We
takes
can
a
try to
long
get-
time.
We can try to heal it so it heals fat. Maybe it'll come back quicker. But
Nope.
Just have to
Your
wait
brother
till
would
I
never
shed.
answer any of my questions, so I have no idea about any kobolds.
Yeah, my brother want. Yeah, I have to do like full shed, and then I'll get my scales back. But that's not for a couple of months, unfortunately.
I can see Quinn just being like, because they don't shed. So Quinn's just like, wait, what? You shed?
Sometimes, not all the time. More when you're younger. It's a whole mess.
could we make a keys dummy with the shed?
No.
That's what a snake does for me. It's just kind of rub it off for a while. It's not like, ooh,
Like
it all comes
molting?
off in one piece. Yeah,
You realize it's like when you sunburn. For a
exactly.
human?
It's a sunburn, but everywhere. Oh, that's not great.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a whole
Big
lot
ol'-
going on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's not a little.
There's also a thing pointing at us over there, just so you're aware, or whatever Gustav liked to point at.
A lot of doohickeys.
Lorson
you
gets
mean
scared.
doodads?
Great time for me to hit a mental wall. Love that so much.
As you guys see ahead of you, there is this giant pit of fire that seems to be contained, but a dead body does reside in front of it, also face down. Clothes seem to be relatively intact from this angle. But the fire is constantly churning, and you can see from the ceiling above that there are scorch marks on it, so this fire probably does get decently large at some different points and times. Also, looking further into the room, you see another examination table, as well as thingamajigs and,
Thingamabobs?
yep, not quite doodads, because we already said what doodads are.
Are those
I'm
shinies
gonna
on the
say
floor?
it.
Um,
It seems like there's way more dead bodies than the guy said.
those aren't the shinies that you're thinking of. They are mechanical contraptions of some sort.
I'm getting the sense. I don't know. There's just something. Some part of me says that this might not be the ruins. I mean, it could be, but there's a lot more dead bodies here.
I mean, yeah, there was a hole back there that implies that there's a deeper situation going on.
It's
This is
also
crazy.
it's also possible that people have been here since our employer was here, and they've died since then.
That is true. Or I mean, they did say they like didn't get through everything, and they got or something. You know, like they didn't get every piece, so we might have been in a room or something that they haven't been in yet. I don't know.
And those with a little bit further vision can see deeper into the room. You see blue sparking like lightning further in. Lights line different portions of this entire very large room. but it looks like there's plants. It looks like there's furniture and something else way down at the other end. Like this room goes on for a long time.
Jesus, this room is huge. Look, it's a bathtub.
Hey Val.
Yep.
Never mind. I figured it out.
Is okay, that the gold thing that's right next to it that was a trap last time, has that been a consistent thing that's been a trap?
We've seen 2, and you disarmed one, and I triggered the other.
Well, the other one
Or you
was
found
disarmed.
it was disarmed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Keys very carefully is going to creep forward and see if she can find a tripwire or something like that.
Okay. Investigation. No tripwire.
His looks up at the ceiling. Any?
I mean, the main thing that you see off the ceiling is stalactites and scorch marks from the fire pit.
It is
There's
just more
another one of
concerning.
those trap things, but I can't find if it's been tripped or not.
I got this. He's gonna look super focused at everything.
Investigation check. One and a nat 20 right here.
Dun, dun, dun,
It needs
dun.
to be a nat 20 or a nat 1. Either way.
I concur with Keys.
To the exact same amount.
Gustav,
What?
2 people's the max.
people's the max.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna say we don't have any reason to not trust them to say
Right,
that
I'm not
things
going
are
in until Lucian moves.
All right, go ahead, guys.
Lucian's like, I just wanted some of that acid.
I mean, we do have that extra potion bottle if you need some acid, but
Quinn,
Now that I was gonna say, now that I'm next to it, I was gonna look at it closer.
give me an investigation check. But closer.
Fucking A. The fuck?
Was that Butters?
Yes, she knocked down the easel that was in the hallway.
Atta girl. You investigate the crap out of this thing. You are in all of its doodads, its hickeys, its knobs, its wonders and fizzes. It looks like a distillery pot of some sort. Maybe like a desalinator or something that's used to separate liquids out of a compound. You can see the different levels and how the machine works. You get like this blast of mental knowledge that your intelligence just can't handle. And so even though I'm telling you all these things, you're like, it's good.
It's just some sort of pot, guys.
Cool. How'd this guy die?
When you just kind of walk away with a little bit of a headache that's starting to go away. That guy, as you get up to him, you realize that his clothes, though they looked all black from a distance, are not because they're dyed that way. Looks like he roasted.
Alright, this guy burned to death. Stay away from the big glowing pot.
The worst hot pot ever.
I guess won't.
Is all this other stuff around this distillery thing just like
It looks like
shiny stuff?
accoutrement to distillery. So the gold pieces look like they would fit into different sections of this large pot itself, and are just pulled off and put to the side. And then the dark ones that I think Keys is standing on currently seem to be stuff to work the bottom of the pot to stoke it into, increase and decrease the heat.
Maybe stoking. Maybe token.
The only reason that they're black is because they've been blackened from fire.
Burn.
But you,
Cages. Oh, sorry.
they were at some point. They are now empty.
I don't want to meet what was in them.
Is this just one of those tables that we've seen?
Yep. One more of the examination tables.
Is this
Lucian, look, there's some more of those indoor plants.
the glowing pot? Is it similar to the one up top?
Yes, but this one just has residue in it. It does not have an actual liquid. Gotta work with how many things I get.
And how about these? Is that like a book that's on that table next to the glowing pot? Or no?
Yes, that is.
What's the green thing above my head?
Green thing, those are the same sort of hot plate things from the earlier rooms.
Am I able to read this book?
Keys is like right over his shoulder looking.
Give
at
me
you
a
as
reading
well.
check.
Reading rainbow.
That sounds about right.
I have a headache, guys.
You get like 3 words in, you're just like, oh man. No, I'm good.
Does it say?
You don't speak the language.
Can I squeeze in or on the other side and see if I can?
Lucian's like, did someone say books?
I'm just gonna continue on to whatever this round thing is.
That looks like a mixing bowl. So, not quite a pestle and mortar, but almost like a giant salad bowl. You can see on the bottom of the stick that is residing in it, that was probably used for stirring or whatever, there's a whole bunch of pot marking in it, and there's like an oily residue. What are you doing, Lucian?
I'm going to attempt to read the book, and if I can't, I'll read the cast comprehend languages.
Oh, okay. Comprehend languages gets casted. The book seems to be in the same sort of handwriting of the books from upstairs. Though you can tell that this book is newer. It has an enchantment on it that doesn't allow it to decay. So, it would probably have suffered the same fate as the book from prior rooms, but because of the enchantment, it's good to go. And the writing on it, as you start to read it, you realize it's a recipe for something, but then as you get about 3 sentences into it, all the wording changes. And it reads back to you. Who are you to peer on my things?
Oh shit!
It's Voldemort's diary.
2 curses in one day?
Get out of my head,
Fantastic.
Tom! Leave me alone.
Right back. Right back.
Is it? Does it look like I need to speak or write back to it? I assume. I will.
Or just politely close it.
My bad, bro. My bad. It was open. My eyes get a wandering.
I didn't know that kind of book. I'm sorry.
I will speak to it. And I will.
In what
say-
language?
What?
Book language.
I wasn't able to tell what languages they were written in, right?
No, you just know that you can now read it.
Wow, that's a great question. Fuck it. Let's do Abyssal. because so I did the other things to soak the
Okay.
other things.
All right. So what are you saying to it?
I'm just a curious traveler. Stumbled
Just a-
across this place.
I'm just a curious George, and All right.
just a nerd.
I'm looking for my man in the yellow hat.
What
Okay.
is Lucian? I
What?
need a reference.
What was that?
How old is Lucian?
About-
19, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say 19 or 20.
Okay, so still a teen technically.
Okay. So you say that to the book. The book sort of washes away and writes back. And what makes you think you have the right to read my writing?
Suppose here I'm not the judge of what is worthy. Guess that'd be up to you.
The writing will disappear and it'll start to write back. Who are you to speak in metaphor that does not know themselves?
You guys, metaphor battle.
You're like it's gonna the book is gonna run a vicious mockery.
I have
on
not
its own.
slept enough in the past couple days for me to handle this.
Well, Keys,
know,
all you're
I-
hearing is.
I'm already confused.
Yeah, we're just Keys and I are just staring at him as he's making guttural noises towards this.
Yeah, well, you guys are like, we thought
He's like leans to Quinn and goes, "Is he okay?"
your
Yeah,
comic was
Gustav leans
bad.
around. He's talking to a book.
I don't know. Like I've heard cats try and throw up like that before.
Does sound like a cat trying to throw
He's
up.
just gonna look at whatever's over here and ignore what's going on behind her.
What did it say again?
Who are you to speak in metaphors for that you don't know yourself?
Speaking metaphors for that, you don't know yourself.
When I see mushrooms.
Immediately distracted, just like, what are you doing?
Great. I have a salad bowl over here. We can like pile stuff together.
Cool, a vegetarian a veggie.
Plenty of
Rather
bodies
than-
around. You could add some meat to it.
Oh, cool. There's one that's cooked, one that's electric charred,
A little charred, yeah.
a little spicy one next door. Perfect salad. Who needs chicken in a salad?
I don't know who's mentally disturbed more, the book or Kiss.
The kids is cooking.
Cooking.
Is this thing still arcing behind?
Yep.
In response, I will say, I do not seek to offend or intimidate. Again, I'm just a curious traveler.
The words will wipe away, and the response will be written again. Curiosity killed the child. 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 Curiosity killed the
Can I close
child.
the book?
Give me a strength check.
Oh shit.
The child has died.
The same thing.
You put your hand underneath the binder of the book and you go to slam it shut. And it closes. And now you hear, curiosity killed the child. Curiosity killed the child. And you go to like take a step back, and as you do so, you don't see a book anymore, and it goes quiet. And then you look over at your hand, and the book is attached to your hand. You kind of give me another strength check. No longer a save.
Do we see it attached to his hand or no?
I mean, you're over at the bowl.
Or is he just like tripping balls? Is what he's doing? Is what I'm? Is what?
Yeah,
No,
what am I seeing?
you guys, yeah, he'll back up. Oops, where's my clicker? There it is. Yeah, he backs up. It's attached to his hand. He's starting to with this book that's attached to his palm. And as he goes to like try and rip it off, he ends up getting like a little bit of the binder to rip off. And then you just see this book just go. Black ink spirals down his arm and then disappears.
That was so cool. Do that again.
You're all right.
I'd rather not. I don't
Lucian,
really know what that means, but it's probably not good.
That's the
Why'd you
book
eat the
gone.
book?
I heard about people writing notes on their skin, but
Eat
Lucian,
your mushrooms.
Oh, don't eat weird mushrooms. What are you doing?
I'm not
Is
eating
the book
nothing.
gone?
Book's gone.
You all right?
Probably not. I tried reading the book, and it kind of started talking to me.
You know, talking books never sound like a good idea.
Okay, talking book in a place that clearly is made to kill people. Very bad.
I don't know. Having a book read to me feels a lot better than
I don't know
having
if
to
it's
read it.
quite that, but I appreciate the optimism.
Quinn, there's a purple mushroom here.
Do any of these plants look as edible as the other plant that I have?
Completely ignoring.
I mean,
First
technically,
interaction.
technically everything's edible if you try hard enough.
Just off into left field.
Yep.
Okay, so we've been down here for 10 minutes and we already have 2 party members cursed. Fantastic.
We took a short rest. It's been an
Yeah,
hour.
it's been at least like
I feel
3
fine.
hours.
Not that we know, but in general, as players.
Can I take a bowl and cut like one of each mushroom and bring it over to Quinn?
Don't.
Where are you procuring this bowl from? Talk about the giant salad bowl that's technically
No.
stone.
No.
I want to see that strength save. See if you throw a hernia.
I don't think you even need to like roll for it. We could make a soup in the tub.
Gonna make a stew. Wait, let's take the
Gumbo.
tub. Let's take the tub over the fire pit.
If Gustav is showing concern towards Lucian, Quinn will like help Gustav look Lucian over, because we all saw the ink go down his arm. So
Yeah,
it's like,
we'll look for where it went or what happened to him. If he'll consent.
yeah, are you okay with us getting a little handsy?
That's what it takes.
I mean, you're wearing robes, so they can at least see to your shoulders.
I've already been.
I can't even get that high. So I'll take the bottom half, you take the top.
Works for me.
Woo!
Awkward.
Everything looks like it should be. A little small, but we're good.
Like, why do your ribs feel broken? Are you okay?
You're breaking them.
Well, no, I broke them earlier. It was my.
You have weird flexibility. Like all your bottom ribs are now floating ribs.
Do we find anything?
Quinn, don't kill the poor man.
Quinn's gonna be like, is your arm stretchy?
Tell me what you guys are actually checking.
I mean, I'm just trying to find where the ink went. I guess is what I'm.
Right. Do you have any tattoos or anything that we should know about?
Just
Nope.
one on my lower back. Just put it there like 2 years ago and I haven't been able to get it off. It says Smexy, not even sexy, just Smexy.
This is why I gave Taro the glitter.
Some weird doctor appointment bullshit.
Yeah, just looking for weird marks and stuff.
Yeah, make investigation checks, the two of you.
Don't worry, he has a few. The outline of bruises the size of rocks.
Nope. I would say all the way down to the skivvies, you don't find any ink. I think Lucian
Clear.
can take care of underneath the skivvies by himself.
I mean, you seem okay aside from a little worse for wear. I don't know how that happened.
As he like puts his arm up next to your stomach and you can see the exact indentation of his scales into your skin.
He's just mouths to him. I'm so sorry.
Lucy just like lets out this long suffering sigh.
Oh, look. Plants you haven't documented yet.
Are they the same as all the other plants?
Nope.
Ooh, what's wrong? What's interesting with these plants?
Well, this plant is. Nick, thank you. This plant is kind of like some of the other plants that you've dealt with, just on a grander scale. But the top three are different types of plants that don't seem native to this region. You can just tell that by the different soils that each of the pot have. You guys have dark brown earth outside of these caves. Inside this one is almost like a sandy, gravelly texture. These are mushrooms you've never seen before that are growing off a center stone pillar. And then the dirt in this one almost looks like sand.
I examine all three of those plants to see what's unique about them and write it all down in the journal.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature check for the top one.
Advantage or no?
This one. This isn't to. This is to find out information, not to put it down. I'd say by now you're pretty good at following the first ones, so you don't have to do checks anymore for putting info down. So the top one, what you come across is you're looking at the leaves, the stem, and everything. Nothing screams out to you differently, but as you pull up one of the roots, there's like a little bulb on the root, almost like a very mini potato. And feeling it, it has a very interesting texture to it. And you pour some water on it, and the water doesn't go around it, it goes through it, almost like a sieve. Basically, these bulbs can be used to purify water from mundane poisons and contaminations. On this one, though, there's only 4 bulbs. And they get used when they...
They're one-time use.
Yeah.
Okay. As we're going, then I guess I'll go ahead and harvest the remaining 3, in case we end up needing to use them.
Okay. So that's that one.
Another nature check.
You going down to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Yes, another nature check.
Go.
You're able to document the plants, but nothing seems to be different about it. Like, nothing screams, oh, this is an extra, or this is a speciality of it.
Yeah, after recording it, then I'll go ahead and move on to the last one.
Give me another nature check.
Good. 22.
Okay. You take a look at each mushroom individually. And you're taking your time on each one of them. You find out that the purple mushrooms can be ground into a paste. And depending on how well you remove them, the paste can be used as 2d2 healing. The large brown shrooms are light and airy, and they're great for soups and would add a bonus to certain meals. Depending on what it's cooked with, will give different bonuses. And then the bright green mushroom is excreting a dark, sappy-like liquid. And then upon tasting it, realize it's super bitter, and its consistency would make a formidable binding agent, almost like a semi-permanent glue for glitter.
What color was that one?
Or books.
It's like a dark sap.
No, I'm sorry. What color was the mushroom?
Oh, that was the green mushroom.
If I get tarred and glittered, I swear.
All right. I will go ahead and take the mushrooms. And I'll let everyone know about the first two. I'll let everyone know that we could make these purple mushrooms paste. It might help us heal some of our wounds rather than having to use the potions. These brown ones should be good to make some of our next couple of meals pretty nice as well. And then Gustav, these last green mushrooms, I think they can be used to make some kind of glue or binding. They might be pretty useful for you.
That would be amazing. Thanks.
Of course.
I need a dexterity check to see how much you recover.
Never mind, we're not getting anything.
Can I help him? Since he's told me about him, I'd like to help him.
He's told you about him, but he's the one that got taught how to do the plant stuff.
Can I give?
It's 3 separate dex checks.
Oh, 3 separate actions? This one. Oh. Good on the green ones.
Who said it's in that order? You get 2 green, 3 purple, and 7 brown.
Is the brown the water filtration one?
No, that was a different plant altogether. The brown is the bonuses to meals.
Lucian's the cook. Got it.
Just based off of that. Not, hey, I can just take your mushrooms and put them into my... Nope, he has to cook it now. Anybody else for the rest of this room?
I gotta head out. I'm very sleepy and have to deal with a cat all day tomorrow.
Roger that.
Night.
There you go.
Curious about what this thing is.
What was that?
Whatever is next to listen.
That looks to be like a weird oven of some sort. It's got the same sort of opening that an oven does, almost like a pizza oven. But as you look in the drawer itself, you see what looks to be almost like a small pie, and it looks complete.
That's a little weird. I'm not touching it.
Close the door. Got it.
If that's what you're waiting for, I'm not touching it.
Okay. Make it sure.
I'll be like, there's something in here, but I don't trust it.
Okay.
Are these weird potted plants hiding behind back here?
I mean, they're not weird. They're just potted plants.
I mean, if I've seen them before.
Yeah, they're the same type of plants you've seen throughout the caves here.
All right. All right. I mean, this room goes on for quite a while.
Yep.
Can I make my way south, checking
Mhm.
for traps?
Sure. You guys are coming across what looks to be a living quarters.
Looking at the pie, you said it looked finished.
Mm-hmm.
But does it look old as hell?
Nope.
That's weird.
Even more sus.
Coming across this plant. Does it look like something we've seen before?
I will tell you if it looks different.
All right. What about this? What is that?
That is a bed.
All right, then. I will keep moving.
Okay. Kiss, that is just another geode.
Okay.
Barrel.
Barrel.
Can I thump it to see if it's full?
Give me an investigation check.
All right.
I'm assuming this is a box here.
That's one of the cages, yes.
Okay.
It doesn't sound completely empty.
I don't have a cup. Is there a cup lying around here?
There is 2 mugs over here.
Not in the screen then. Above me or below me?
Below you, those 2 barrels below you. There's 2 mugs.
Okay, I will grab a mug and I will pour something out of the barrel.
Okay, it is a... Oh, because I'm on a different layer, that's why.
That's right.
Let's see. It is a odd amber liquid that does not smell like alcohol.
Does not smell like alcohol.
Probably because it's been
Gwen!
sitting here forever.
Gwen.
he's looking at this body and seeing it's like fried or not. Like
yeah,
lightning.
that body is definitely fried. It has a large, about 7-inch hole in the middle of its chest.
These things that are sparking, do they look like machinery or?
It looks just like 2 separate. Hold on. 2 very different portions of the map. Must scroll. They look like 2 metal fixtures. Not quite machinery themselves, just more like 2 separate points. And they are covered in arcane glyphs.
It's like almost like Tesla coils. I just wouldn't know that that's what they are.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Kind of like they probably weren't on, and this guy walked between them, and then they turned on. And made a nice 7-inch hole in his
Cool.
chest.
Sounds good. I will grab the pie that Lorson brought out. I won't eat. Or
She
that
said it, but she
said
didn't
it was
take
some.
it out.
She said there was something weird in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I looked in and found a pie, and I'm like, "Ooh, a pie!"
Hell
so,
yeah.
so I pick it up. I don't eat it though because Gustav just called me over, and so I'll walk over with my pie.
What's up, guys?
I found this. Try it. It looks good.
He'll just sort of like grab the cup, like look at it and swirl it around, and just like take a quick sip of it.
Very old. It probably had alcohol in it at one point, but now just sort of tastes like syrup.
It's like you know how there's sometimes bubbles, not bubbles, and like thick because of it.
Oh, kind of disappointing, but all right. Then I will make my way south again and try this barrel.
That barrel's empty.
After the super sticky drink, I will bite my pie to try and wash the taste out.
Actually, it tastes pretty good. It's kind of like a mincemeat pie.
That's what I figured. I figured it was a Mrs. Lovett's pie.
Mrs. Lovett meat pie.
He's just like he's just enjoying it. Tastes pretty good.
Fresh?
Yeah.
I'll move down here and I will look at these sarcophagi,
Okay.
but not getting too close. Just want to look at from where I am.
All right. They look
Sounds
like
fine.
sarcophagi.
All right.
Is that an Iron Maiden in the bottom? Bottom right. I can ping it.
Oh, this?
It's like
Yeah.
the rack or whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
No. Yeah, it's a stretching rack.
Oh. I thought they had some taste in here, but whatever. I
Look at
don't-
the
No
thing
room's
next
complete
to
without
you
an
with
Iron
the-
Maiden.
Yeah, nope, not a torture room. Not without an Iron Maiden.
What do they look like? Like are they like sleeping people on top of them, kind of thing?
You'd have to get closer.
Oh, I don't really want to.
Okay.
Can I sneak up real silent like?
Sure. It still require you getting closer.
I said sneak up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure that we clarify that you are getting closer.
Yes, I'm getting closer.
Okay. You sneak up and get closer and closer. Right up next to it. They're tall because they're full above ground. So if you want to see what looks on top, you're gonna have to.
Are there any frescoes around the sides?
Nope.
Oh. Fine, I'll climb on top of one.
Okay. Over there, Kiss and Quinn and Lucien. There's nothing on the tables themselves, though that one table does look like there's something on there. The tables are bare, but you can tell along the table there are deep dug grooves that, as you kind of go, I wonder what made those, and then you put your hand there, you're like, oh, that's perfect size for a hand and nails. And you realize that all these different, what you thought were possibly designs at one point, are not. They're, yep. Okay. Gustav, you start to climb. Then you get on top of one, and you start to look over it. It looks like a figure with robes holding, this one is holding a staff down the middle of it. The face is completely either worn down or purposely not there. But as soon as you stand up and you start to look at this, all of a sudden you hear as it starts to slide out from underneath you.
Getting off and running away.
You. Your feet aren't going.
I'll squeal.
Squeal!
Quinn will come running. Pull out
It seems
his
that
axe shield.
as soon as you got on top and started looking, the stonework itself, porous as it is, started to secrete that same dark brown sticky substance that Lucian had told you those mushrooms were secreting. And so you got Quinn's running over. Everyone starts to look over, see what's happening. And as the top of the sarcophagus goes off to it, Gustav goes with it. He's like, ah! But he's still, like, standing, but now at, like, a good, like, 60-degree angle. Luckily, he's short, so he doesn't crack his head on the other one. But Quinn, as you're running up, almost like vampires in the old vampire movies, standing completely straight up, but never bending and pushing themselves out, just going, stands this individual, the long draping robes that start to levitate around him. The head is completely wrapped in linens, the staff held between his hands. The linen open around his eyes, and just dark voids are there. Who has trespassed in my home? And that's where we'll come back.
Am I the first person it sees, or
Yep.
is Gustav the first person
Nope,
it sees?
you're the
Okay,
first
I wasn't-
person. He literally like lifts up and sees you. And then it's like, sorry, the door was open. But yeah. So we're there. I'm just taking note of where everyone's at in the room.
I imagine Keys would be a lot closer than she
Yeah,
actually
I was gonna
is.
put keys in between Lorson and Kiss. I just gotta.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Monster. I definitely didn't absorb your book or anything.
Your diary.
It's all
Oh.
his darkest secrets.
I don't currently have your Horcrux. Why would you think that?
Like, don't worry about the black things running from my ears right now. It's nothing.
Hey guys, any questions before we go?
Did I consume the entire pie by now? or,
If you weren't-
or did I come running up with a pie?
If you weren't stopping your eating, yes, you would have consumed the entire pie. It wasn't a large
Alright.
pie, you know, it was a little like self-service
Hot
pie.
pocket.
Yeah,
Well,
little mincemeat
combination.
pie.
He now has pie filling everywhere.
Running up with like this
Just
red filling
meat,
across his
yeah.
face.
Alright.
So like, the fuck is you?
You I approve of. Alright. Okay. So with that, we will come back and see where we get to with next session. Should be fun. If I don't talk to y'all before then, you guys have a great week. Message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And have a good night.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Right.
Night.
And thank you all to say, those of you who stayed with us. Sorry we ended a little bit early, but I don't want to get into this interaction without everyone here. So, swing by next Thursday at 9 p.m. PST. Sorry, Thursdays at 9. Sunday at 9:30. Bad Decisions are Group 2. They play, so definitely swing by and check that out. They're about to get home, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But they have been out on the ocean and different continents for a few months now, and they're a little bit deeper into their campaign than this group is, so definitely swing by and check that out. Other than that, throughout the week, starting next week, I'm going to be streaming a little bit and making some maps and doing some other DM stuff, so swing by for those. but those are during the day rather than at night. If you just want to swing by and watch some sessions, Thursdays at 9 and Sundays at 9:30. So thank you all for staying with us. Have a great night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.